LaRouche said. He was talking about the savings and loans in the banking crisis, and could it be saved? And he said, you cannot save Grandpa's savings. It's gone. They've ruined it all. If you wanted to save his savings, you should have put me in office in 1980 or 1984. When they didn't do that, they lost it. And they paid the price. They have to pay the price. I, referring to himself from prison, pay the price of a kind of political martyrdom. I've been sitting in jail for about 3 years. Let them pay the price too. Wiping out their savings? So what? It's small compared to the price that I've paid, the price many of us have paid who are associated with me in working without income, without job security, taking the crap all these years. We've done the job. We've taken more than our share of the burden. These other fellows who are sitting on the sidelines, they're going to have to take some of the burden. Many people unjustly. No question about it. But they could have stopped it, and they didn't. Okay, now they pay the price. There's no solution except a radical one. Hamiltonian national banking, while letting the existing central banking system, the Federal Reserve System, let it go, collapse, along with everything in it. We can't bail it out. It's impossible. It's just too big, said Lyndon LaRouche. And that poses a question to all of us. It can't be saved, this economic system, as it stands right now. You can't bail it out. It's too big. The question is, do we sacrifice the lives of children worldwide to bail out Chase Manhattan, to bail out Citibank? Do we continue to prop up the junk bonds and the real estate that was bid up into the stratosphere by these junk bond bankers, these drug pushers in many cases, to allow them to stay in business at the expense of our future and our children's future? Do we allow the nations of black Africa to be destroyed because the International Monetary Fund says it's too expensive to build a canal or a railroad? And do we allow the Iraqi children to die because of George Bush's insane obsession with defeating Saddam Hussein, with wiping him out? It's not just an obsession with Saddam, it's Bush's belief that these people do not deserve development. And so that poses the question to all of us. Do we tolerate that, or do we act as good citizens? Do we allow this genocide to occur, or do we take our birthright, which we have as the result of people's struggles, people's wars? The Founding Fathers went to war over this. The Civil Rights Movement in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, before anyone heard of Martin Luther King Jr., was out there fighting for the right to vote, fighting for the right of people to go where they want and do what they want. If we don't act to do something about this hideous monstrosity, this not-so-secret government that's corrupting our institutions and destroying our future, if we don't act, then no one will act. And Thyroid Storm 2 will occur whether it's against Iraq or whether it's deployed against the people of the United States. And that's the challenge to us, to act to defeat those policies and those individuals who have been operating from the top to control it. That's our task. So I thank you.
Lyndon LaRouche's wife, German political leader Helga Zapp LaRouche.
Lynn's incarceration is a symptom of what's wrong with America today. I would even go so far as to say that the fact that Lynn is in jail represents one of the key dangers to the existence of civilization. Because the fact that you have a beautiful mind, a beautiful soul like Lynn in jail, is a direct reflection of how immoral the American establishment is. What if Bush will trigger World War III by his incredible actions in the Gulf? What will people say, provided that there is somebody left afterwards to consider this? They will say for sure that George Bush was for the Americans what Adolf Hitler was to the Germans. The key for the United States is freeing Lynn. Therefore, I'm appealing to you on this day, to you very personally, help me to free my husband. Your destiny is more closely bound to his than perhaps you know.